Moving on, the very last one we want to talk about is Microsoft. They held its Future of SharePoint event in San Francisco and announced a new cloud-first, mobile-first version, which is the big point, and roadmap for its SharePoint solution, as well as innovations that empower people, teams, and organizations to intelligently discover, share, and collaborate on content from anywhere and any device, which is the big point that we're going to be talking about now. Now, the company also announced general availability of SharePoint Server 2016, which includes new hybrid capabilities that will enable on-premise customers to tap into the innovation via Office 365. Now, Jeff Tepper, the corporate VP of OneDrive and SharePoint team, shared the roadmap across 4 areas of innovation as follows: simple and powerful file sharing and collaboration on any device, the mobile and intelligent intranet with modern team sites, publishing and business applications on your desktop and in your pocket, an open and connected platform that evolves SharePoint extensibility to embrace modern web development, investments in security, privacy, and compliance across Office 365. So Scott, what's your take on the future of SharePoint 2016 laid out by Microsoft? I mean, at the end of the day, I think there's one word that can be said: mobile. Right? It's gone mobile, right?
If there's anything to be said, it is welcome to 2012 Microsoft. Good for you. You know, mobile first. We're thinking mobile here. I love it. We're thinking user experience. Great for you. I mean, this is, to be honest, this is exactly what we're talking about here, is that they have basically gone and said, okay, we hear you people. You like your mobile devices and you'd like to be able to use SharePoint on your mobile device. So yes, welcome to 2010, like I say. I think
welcome to 2010?
2010.
That's what it means. We're
saying.
6 years ago. We're talking,
yeah,
folks.
no joke. Maybe 2012. No, 2010. 2010. When was it that we cared? We were starting to talk about mobile first. When was it that we were talking about, you know, the user experience matters, which is what they've basically gone
like
and
an
enhanced
afterthought now, because everybody has been doing that for some time.
Yeah. So it's a ridiculous statement, is the point. But look, they are there, and there are certainly lots and lots and lots of enterprises who count on SharePoint, and it has been shoved down their throat by their IT department, who is constantly looking for relevance to go and say, we did something for you, and it was in fact that we just threw SharePoint at you. Now finally, team sites, which is their sites is what they call for their intranet kind of place for the departments to hang their hat, finally now is a little bit more user friendly for you. Finally now you can have it in your pocket. Finally now Office 365, which has been this innovative product, which is, you know, Office in the cloud for you, now can actually interact and you can share documents with that with your SharePoint. Certainly that's going to be beneficial to all those folks. So I think, did they feel the pressure from Box and Dropbox and all that? Certainly they did, and finally now they've come through. They've been very lucky that it's not so easy. The barrier to exit here is not nearly as easy, right? And they're very fortunate about that fact.
They've got you.
They've got you. And so now finally they can be slow to come to bring it to them. But so they are finally offering some of those things that many of us have enjoyed for a very long time.
So with that in mind, let me just ask you one question about that, because when I hear you talk about this and the fact that this should have been happening 6 years ago, 7 years ago in a sense, will they be bringing people back? I mean, as far as customers are concerned, will customers want to come back because of the mobile now, or do they say, no, I'm still gone from it, or because the barrier to exit was so hard?
Will users flock to SharePoint because of this? The answer is no. All that you are doing is appeasing those poor souls who are out there that this has been forced down their throats. Now they can finally have it in their pocket. That's all that you've done here. You know, I mean, seriously, look, SharePoint is relevant to very, very, very many people out there, a huge part of our audience. And quite frankly, whenever we do a show about SharePoint, it's one of our most watched shows, right? So this is on the minds of many people, and this will satisfy many of them. I mean, this will make it easier to deal with the fact that you are on SharePoint. And it's a very valid solution for, you know, internal sharing and document sharing, and now they've made it a little bit easier. So it's valid. I don't mean to completely dismiss it, but it is a little joke.
He loves to rag, folks. That's just what he does. Fair enough.